on it. Reach up and turn the handle up just a little bit. Rock it back and forth.
Okay, we're live now.
You may get a few bubbles. You want to see a couple bubbles here. After the 3 is okay. If you're getting a lot of bubbles, you should oil it sooner. If you're not getting any bubbles, you might be oiling it too much, or you haven't oiled it in a long, long time.
Hi, Cindy Pulling. I'm glad you could join us today.
Well, they should have done it. Yeah. They should have done it. But you should not, it should be done more than once a year. Well, use that as kind of the starting point. And then if you're seeing 3 to 5 bubbles.
Well, here comes everybody. Hello there, Teresa, Jennifer, Donna, and Sharon. Finally stayed home today. Yeah. Some days you just have to do that, Cindy.
That big. The oil's going down and the air's coming up.
Working on your rock candy, Nadira. So how's the use of the Sidekick ruler going? Hi, Amy.
You probably have to. It's not an accident.
Huh? Hi, Marianne. Hi, Mary. Yeah, so exciting. You guys have put forth your best effort here, but helping sister with her garden and my son's garden, Cindy, huh? And does that make you glad that you don't have any gardens? Hi, Debbie DeLong. Hi, Kit. Hi, Lucy. Nadira, I love it. I have no idea why I was scared. I love to hear that. Yeah, no big deal on Sidekick, and Hexamore is just like it. Cindy, you want a Jello shot? I'll eat one for you. Hi, Marianne. Here comes the Jello. Yeah, we're going to start and end with Jello today. Yeah, happy about the little one. I have the big one at home, and Anna has the little one. And so if we need it, we can always swap. But
yeah, but I have a diamond ruler, so I don't really.
Yeah. Thanks, Marlene. You're so sweet. Don't drop it on your rock candy.
It'll
Anna.
wash.
Jello already. Yep. I have the large hex. Do I need another? No. Well, there's only a large. There's a large hex, and then there's a mini, and the mini is a keychain size. You don't need that, Cindy. The other ruler that for this you need the Sidekick. So either you use the Sidekick or the Super Sidekick. Do you have either of those? Hi, Karen. Marlene, you want a Jello shot? Yeah. I made a pan of Jello, and yeah, see, do you want mini hex? No, thank you. That's only if you want to work on those like minis that we have hanging up on the wall. They're so tiny.
What one's yours?
It's the rest of the pan.
No, not the rest of the pan. I meant the spoon.
Oh. So, Cindy, you'll have to check your stash and see if you have a Sidekick or a Super Sidekick. You don't need this one, but you're going to want the Sidekick or Super Sidekick. If you're going to do Nebula, you're going to want the Super.
I don't know how big her pieces are in it, but
yeah. They tell us you want this Super, but we shall see. All right, we'll wait just a few more seconds here. Yeah, Cindy, I wouldn't be surprised if you already have it.
this is a great way for quilting.
Yeah, Jello shots are yummy, Kathy.
I'm looking for information.
There
on
might be another one.
tables.
All this is 1/3 cup of peach schnapps, 1/3 cup of coconut rum,
I believe
1 cup of boiling water, and 3 ounces of Jello. This is raspberry, or no, this is strawberry Jello. This is pretty good, but the raspberry was the best.
Yeah, but that was different alcohol, wasn't it?
Nope. Oh, it's all been the same. Okay. You're welcome for this fun adventure. This has been fun, and I have loved this week seeing everybody's attempts. There are some that are so close. All right, let's see. So you can see our lovely faces, including the gray hairs on the top of my head.
Wow, that's a big line.
What?
Mm-mm. Nothing. I didn't say it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Barb, you just got your rock candy in the. Yes, good. Okay. All right, so let's get it started. Oh, we're already at 6 minutes already. That should give everybody time. So these are Anna's rock candies that we just showed you. And I'll show you, we'll turn the camera down in just a minute and show you what the other ones are. But it was really nice this week to see all the different pictures of your attempt at what the block is going to look like. There are many of you that are really close. You're just not quite there. But I think most of you have kind of figured out the bigger picture, which we'll talk about when we get going. So today is the block reveal. We'll show you what the block should actually look like. In your email, you got a black and white layout that just says A, B, C, D and tells you where each piece goes. Once you make one and once you see one, then you'll be fine. This is an easy quilt. And then next week, now, technically, you're just sewing your blocks together this week. And then next week, you're going to sew all your rows together and then put it all together into a quilt top. However, I know that some of you are going to be so excited, especially if we have a rainy day in the forecast, that you probably next week will come and have your completed project done, which is A-okay. But as an aside, on the paper, the instructions that came for today, there was a little note about save the date, Saturday, August 1st. So one of our group members, Mary, lives across the street part of the year. And she has volunteered to let us borrow her schoolhouse and have our reveal, our final product reveal. So we would love to do that, a little sooner rather than later, but with the social distancing guidelines that are out right now, I don't think having a group of 60-ish people, ladies, show up is probably a good idea. So let's wait until August 1st. So save the date for Saturday, August 1st, and we'll come up with some details about it. And maybe, I know there's a fence all along the road. Maybe we can string some clothesline along either side, and we can pin the quilts along both sides so that we can get as many as we can. And then you can come visit us at the store and go across the street and take a look at the quilts. Something like that. I don't know. We'll give you more information, but if you save the date of Saturday, August 1st for now and think about that, then at least you've got the date saved. We'll also have to wait until we find out what the social distancing guidelines are and kind of play it from there. But if we can hang the quilts up, then you can, if we got them a day ahead of time, then people could come and go, a few at a time, so maybe we could get by that. So, all right. So I'm going to turn the camera down so that Anna can show off her rock handies. She does have 2 here. So let's just see.
Oh, they're identical.
Oh, you just did some different quilting.
The only different quilting is this, and I might go and put it in there too.
Yeah. Oh, look at that background. Backing. It looks great, doesn't it?
And these were my scraps, and I still have.
Yes. Yeah. So this is one downside of the fat quarter is that, there is a lot of scraps, but it's the closest we could come. It's the closest we could come. And you don't have to quilt yours this way. You can quilt it any way you like. So, all right. And you'll definitely need more background, and then you'll need more backing.
You were hoping for some rock candy, weren't you, Robbie?
Oh, Robbie just came out of his hidey hole because he heard the words rock candy. All
Yeah,
right.
so the only thing different was this. And
Oh.
I do think I'm going to put it in here. It needs something
Okay.
there.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. Robbie,
All
pick
right.
the back because one of them's for his teacher. Should I know our names of what these blocks are?
Hmm.
So here's the first piece. It's your center stripe down the sides. Down this middle, not the sides.
And it's going vertical. Some of you were really close, but had it going horizontal. It's going vertical.
But wait.
Dun, 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 dun.
So that goes in there next. Now this is the one where I got to pay attention.
But now notice it's the same fat quarter.
Same print.
Okay, so you're making a plus sign with your fat quarter.
And then we are going to pick, it'll be easier this way, a half square triangle,
A different fat quarter.
different print, and put the print towards the print.
Oh,
That looks nice that way.
yes.
Half squares would be on there. So
Nobody's saying anything? There's no comments? Come on.
I gotta look. All right, and then I know this overhang scares everybody, doesn't it? But remember, you're gonna take a 1/2 inch total, a quarter from this side and a quarter from this side. So you're gonna really eat up a lot of that fabric. And
So look at your constant is hugging your fat quarter here. Okay, the constant goes on the inside all the way around.
all the way around.
Okay. All right, so the constant's hugging. So now what's left? The only piece that's left is those dreaded half square triangles. And use a different fat quarter and make them go out.
Oh, that one's a pretty one.
It is.
I might have to take a picture of that.
And no worry, see how much shorter this is down here? It's like
That's a
an
good
inch. But remember, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 different seams. So
this
will.
This is going to take a 1/2 inch out, and this will take a 1/2 inch out. Then this will take a 1/2 inch out, and this will take a 1/2 inch out. So that's going to eat up this
Inch
these
on
two
either end.
spots.
Yep.
Same on this side.
Yep.
Now we do have one made, but this I made quite a few because I have those darn directional blocks. So I'll show you these. And I'm a chain piecer.
So you can see Anna did her 4 squares in the corners. And she made sure that her raindrops were going all in the same direction.
Who knew I was that?
Oh, good. Donna Sloan, love it. Kathy Brody's got a awesome excited face.
These are wrong.
No, they're all going up and down.
Yeah.
Nice. So there's one way you could do it is make all 4 of your corners and then add this strip in the middle. And now you've got this, and then you get this, and then you put your 3 strips together.
Now you can see that a little bit better.
Mhm. There you go.
Ooh.
Okay, you are picking and choosing which fat quarters go with which fat quarters. That's your choice. Anna chose this round one with the green with the raindrops for this time, but who knows when she puts it together, it may not be like that. You choose the 3 fat quarters that go with it. Okay, it's your choice. Just I make sure you don't end up with 3 of the same. I mean, it'd be hard, but
I wouldn't say it's impossible.
right. So, kind of think about it ahead a little bit so that you don't end up with 2 of the same fat quarters or even 3. Okay. And then the finished product looks like this, and we'll show you how much smaller it is. It's, it's a good inch all the way around smaller. Okay. And then Anna's raindrops are all facing the same direction in the corners.
Which I sewed one wrong this morning.
Oh,
The first one.
all right. So you're looking to do 16 of these.
Yes.
You have 16 fat quarters. So you're going to make 16 blocks.
And now, the one thing that I did make sure of when I sewed these, and you can see with these 2 blocks, is I have this block. Oh, and I did have it right. These 2 are going to be in different spots. I know one's going to be on the inside and one's going to be on the outside. So if you're not putting them together all at once, you want to be mindful of where those blocks go, because you want some on the inside and some on the outside of the block. This being the outside and this being the inside, so that you have some balance within the block. Whether it really matters or not, I'm not really sure. But if you notice those things, you'll notice it.
All right. Do you guys have any questions for us? What do 2 blocks together look like? Well, let's see if we can. That's next week's secret, though, Marianne. Yep, it's just going to be.
No, this is
Oh.
different.
She's just
See?
turning it so she doesn't have.
I had them on the wrong side.
So she doesn't have 2 raindrops though together.
These should be on the inside.
Okay, so these blues are going to connect. Okay, these blues are going to connect, and then you're going to have another like you'll have this square turned on point in the corners. All right. No sashing. Right, Stephanie Baker, no sashing. You don't have to wait, Marianne. You don't have to wait. Not sure what you just said about inside, outside. So
This is on the outside of the block, and this one's going to be on the inside of the block. If you noticed when I first had that set up, it makes a big difference as far as the layout, whether this one's on the outside, because it changes the position of this. And I wanted this one to be opposite of that one.
So you're going to have, for her raindrops, you're going to have half square triangles for 2 blocks. So Anna has decided that she doesn't want this pink raindrop print to be on the inside for both blocks. So she wants to have one block that has the raindrops on the inside of the block and one to have raindrops on the outside of the block. If you want to make it, then you can make it match. And Cindy, so no 2 blocks match? Well, you know what? You could make it match if you decide you want it to, but
You'll never have a block that matches because you won't have extra of your centers.
Right. The only thing that might match is
Yes.
your corners.
Opposite positions for the same print.
Yes. There you go. Kate.
Yes. In one of the examples I did see, she did use the same block on the outside, and I don't know that that was intentional
Mhm.
because that was in the EQ7 that she showed us.
Oh. Yeah.
So I don't know that that was intentional. because you wouldn't necessarily, if you had 2 blocks on the outside, you'd have 2 of the same on the inside somewhere too.
Then you'd end up with 2 here,
Mhm.
and you'd end up with these 2 the same, but these 2 would be different. So you think about it. I don't know. You guys might come up with something a little bit different, but our intent is like this, that you're going to use 3 different fat quarters. You have 1 fat quarter, 2 fat quarters, 3 fat quarters. And then here's your constant. And your constant is always going to be hugging
Yes.
your center. Hugging. Okay? It's the parentheses. All right, so 3 prints for each block versus all the same print in 1 block. Yes, Kit, because if you have all the same print in 1 block, I was going to say you'd have half square triangles left over, but you're not.
You wouldn't.
You wouldn't, but
Here, let's see. In that pile, can you find this? Look, we haven't used it.
see what it looks like.
That could be your spin on the block, Kit. It's kind of cool.
There you go. If you'd like to do it that way, it'll work.
So the finished size of the block is 20.5 inches. It will measure the same length as this long center strip. And I think that was 20.5 inches.
Yeah, I think that was too.
Oh, Mary Privatera, you like this one better? Oh, interesting.
And that's where you, as the sewists, can have your own take
Right.
on your quilt.
You put your spin on it and see what you think.
Even just taking that one away, Sarah.
Oh, leave this one. Yeah,
'Cause
you
you
could
could
do
put
the
that
center.
there.
Yeah. Have fun with it. That's the whole point, is not only are we going to have a variety of different prints because we used 6 different fabric lines, but we also mixed and matched the backgrounds and the constants a little bit. And now you've got a little bit of leeway to kind of build your own block to see what it's going to look like. And that'll be the fun part. And hopefully we can use Mary's schoolhouse and hang some quilts up and see what happens. All right. Kit, I have half darks and half lights. Are all your fabrics the same value?
I don't know.
It's behind you, isn't it? I would say these are all the same value.
Yeah.
This is not, but that is the same value.
Mm-hmm. Although when I look at this, I think this reads light and this reads more dark.
Mhm.
So, like, I wouldn't put these 2 together because to me this is light and this is dark. So I'd try to make sure that I had them diagonally, but I don't know, whatever.
I can't even do it.
It would, your raindrops aren't going the right direction, but that's the idea.
Right.
That looks more pleasing to me. But what is meant by value? Okay, so what Kit's saying is this piece in the center looks more like a dark color, and like this gray is definitely a light, or like the gray is a light and the the constant is a dark. Anna's getting some examples to show you.
I'm just getting.
But so you want light, medium, and dark in each square? Not necessarily. It's this quilt is not about color value, really. We have a plethora of choices.
So this is going to give you a grayscale version. What this is going to do is the values of different grays and blacks. So obviously this one is going to be your lightest one. Then we're going to go into the middle here. I'm going to just push it this way a little bit. And you can see, so when you change which value it is, the other thing that we might be able to do is show you
I
in,
was just getting my phone out.
you know, this is going to be lighter. You can see that based on just colors using a certain film. You can use it on your phone, or I'm going to try and see if I can do this. You can. So will you hold that there? So this is called a Ruby Beholder. And
Perfect.
this is going to turn it red. I'm going to move this out of the way. And it's then going to give me my scales.
So here's your dark.
This is the darkest. This is the lightest. But this isn't that much different than these prints.
Yeah.
Because these prints read a different color. Now, so that's why we mean value. If you can see, where is it, right here? This value is a little bit darker than this one, and so forth. So this would be the lightest. 1, 2, 3. This is almost as dark as that.
Right.
You know, that is a Ruby Beholder, so that's a red screen. And that just helps the color value. I don't know if this one is a green one, and it's the green and the red is supposed to filter different things. Red filters warm colors, and this one doesn't filter it as much.
So that one you don't see much.
A little bit, but
Yeah, these two look to be about the same
yeah,
value.
which they are.
The other thing that you can do is open your cell phone camera and turn it to mono or black and white. And let's see. Oops. There. You can see in mine. Oops, we're looking more at Anna. We got to figure out how to position this. Do, 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 do.
There you go.
All right. You can see it. It's kind of hard to tell, but you can look at your camera and do it. You know, this is lighter than this, but it's not important right now. It can work, but it's not going to make your blacks right or wrong.
No.
All right. Anybody else have a question? That's a good question to bring up. Make sure you keep your 1/4 inch seams so that you end up with a black that is 20.5 inches. And put August 1st in your calendar, and we'll see what happens. And then next week, we will see you with our 16 blocks. And we'll see how many people were so antsy. They decided to carry on and sew their blocks together. Because I'm pretty sure you can figure out, if you've got 16 blocks, what you're going to do with 16 blocks. I'm pretty sure. Donna Sloan, I'm glad that this has been fun. Can't wait to now put my blocks together. All right. So Anna and I are going to enjoy a Jell-O shot on our way out. And we will see you next week. Same time. One last time. This is it. So, and this is where I wish we could do Facebook, because Facebook, actually not Facebook, like a Google Meet or something, because then you could show us your own. I don't know if I could pull that off, because then we could see your own. But if you just post pictures next week of your finished product, then we'll see it. And then hopefully we can see it in person.
See, they want to do another.
Cindy, maybe eventually, but it's like childbirth. I have to forget about this for a little while, because not that this was really fun, but what stressed me out is that Anna and I did not have an opportunity to sew this beforehand. So we were See, I haven't been in school so long, I'm losing words. We,
It has nothing to do with the Jello shot.
no,
Mm-mm.
we had to trust that this person who we've never met, who lives in Florida, had their pattern correct, and they didn't. They were very kind to share it with us. And please show them some love and go on Facebook and take a look and whatever. But you can go now because they're like a couple weeks ahead of us. So you might see something you didn't want to see before that. But she had a few mistakes in it. We worked the kinks out. We've got it all under control. But we did not have time to make a plan. And I think if we were to do this again, instead of giving you 3 yards of background, we might give you 3.5, 3.25, just to make sure that nobody, because what happened
Is right there.
is when we end up with 3 yards times 62 people, that's a lot of bolts of fabric. And we ended up running out of a lot of different backgrounds. And so then when somebody made a mistake, we were
begging, borrowing, stealing, and cheating.
right. We were calling in
Sorry.
favors, which is fine.
Yeah, absolutely.
The quilting community is happy to share, and people don't mind giving up stuff from their stash. But some of it is older fabrics, and you can't just get a bolt of fabric. And we didn't want to order a bolt of fabric for half of a yard. So it got a little stressful, and there were nights when Anna and I were a little scared, especially that first night when the directions were wrong and we had twice as many half square triangles, and we were like, my belly was a little sick to my stomach because we thought, oh my gosh, what did we do wrong? Okay. So it has all worked out. This is beautiful. I have been watching Oceans of Thread, who is the lady I got the pattern from, Alyssa. Her quilts are looking beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
She is a really small quilt shop that opened in January and then had to close in March.
I feel for her.
Oh, so when she and I have been emailing back and forth, she only had 10 people buy her kit. And I was like, oh, we had 62. But she said after that, all of a sudden she ended up with 25. So it worked out good for her. It worked out good.
Really?
And that's probably enough for her anyways, because she is a single owner. All right, so let me just go through these. WebEx or Zoom? Yes, Tammy. Will we get Jello shots on August 1st? Yes, Donna Sloan. We will make Jello shots. You know, Donna, you do retreat here, and see, this is where we started with our Jello shots. That every time somebody finishes a project, you have to all have a Jello shot. So I think that should be a new, and
that was the issue day.
And I think the employees should get one too.
Yes.
Okay, so whomever's working, if Donna Sloan, you're upstairs and you're retreating, and you guys finish a project, you guys get a Jello shot, and we get one too. Okay, all right.
We did start that morning with mimosas.
Yes, that was a rough day, but that's okay. That's what retreating's all about.
It would work better if it was the 8th.
Not for Mary.
Sorry, because I have that open.
Oh, recipe. You got the recipe. Oh, design your own. Yes. All right. Maggie, you are welcome. This was your first mystery, Jennifer. I would do this again as I had a lot of fun. We will definitely look into doing this again, but I will have to vet the pattern first. We need to make it first, but it did work out.
We didn't vet our retreat pattern. We
That's
just rolled
right.
with it.
Somebody else vetted the retreat pattern, though.
Not
really,
with all
because-
those issues.
Yeah.
Yeah. Barb Murphy, your first one too. Good. Yeah, we actually got this idea from a website called Mary Mayhem.
Yes.
That's where we kind of got the idea of the mystery quilt. We've done one before there. And if you save the date, she does a free one every January 1st, New Year's Day. That's thanks to Marlene.
There's a little bit of homework ahead of time, but
yep. All right. And get on that, Donna. Amy Arsenal, the Jello shots, right, Amy? Yep.
she'll help.
Yep. You are welcome. What is the quilt called? I don't think there's a name for it. I call it the Oceans of quilt because it's Alyssa from the Oceans of Thread who created it. It's something she made. I don't know that she ever named it. I don't know.
This is
That's what Sarah named.
Maybe
Stay at Home So Long is hers.
that was her name. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Alyssa called it the Stay at Home So Long. I don't know. Maybe we should call it the Jello Shot quilt.
the Corona quilt.
The Corona or COVID quilt. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right, ladies. Have a good week. Enjoy putting your blocks together. And I will be looking forward to seeing your posts on the Facebook group. All right.
We've
Bye.
enjoyed that.
Yes, we have enjoyed that.